Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. And deja vu, sort of, with this review. I just did the S&R Corona Gorda yesterday in real time. And overnight, I thought maybe I should do the Lancero. I posed that question to myself in the Corona Gorda video toward the end. And guess what? I'm going to do it. Why? Because I feel like it. Here we have the new S&R 2020 Lancero 6 3/4 by 42. Nice. Actually, it plays off bigger than a 42 to me, but they say it's a 42. There is the density. You won't hear this very often, but it has a good feel in the hand for a Lancero. Now, just to remind you, this cigar uses a Sumatra wrapper with the pigtail cap. Here's a better picture. Isn't that cool? Now, I'm going to cut just below that cap, and that's what I suggest you do. Do what you want to, but that's where you're going to get the best draw. A Nicaraguan Habano binder and Nicaraguan Dominican filler. Check yesterday's video. I'm not going to pull it back out of my table humidor, but there is a Culebra, and it's pretty cool. It's like 3 of these wound together, sort of like a snake. Okay, taking up after the name, the serpent and the rainbow. S and R, but that's what the Culebra is. And actually, the price of the Lancero and the Corona Gorda retail for the same, $9.50. Corona Gorda is a 46 ring, only 5.5 inches long. We got an hour out of it. And this is a 42 ring, but it's almost 7 inches. It's 6 3/4 inches long. So that is what we have. So let's jump right into it and get right to it. The new S&R 2020 Lancero. All right, now just like I said, we're going to cut just at the base of that pigtail. That is really cool. It's like a little pigtail pile, you know? All right, let's take just below it. A little bit of firmness to the draw. Want to see the pigtail? Whoops, there it is. There's where it is. I'm going to try to make that work. Well, I think it will. Try it. It's a little different start. Smaller ring gauge. It's very much a citrusy cedar, brown sugar, maybe a touch of cinnamon, a lot of the nutmeg. I mean, it's a boatload of it, and there's a lot, has a little leatheriness to it, just like the other one yesterday. I haven't gotten the black cherry notes. Perhaps I will. We'll see. Nice black coffee base. Everything's sort of balanced. It's really, nothing's really jumping out far ahead of anything else. The pepper, which I still maintain is black, as you remember yesterday, the James Brown and their site calls it a white pepper. I think it's more of a black, but it's quite intense, and it's upwards of 8 right now, and it's it's a very scratchy pepper. It feels that way on your palate. So that's how you start. Nice start. Very nice. First third. All right, there's a little difference in this cigar and the one yesterday, as far as the flavors. There's a nice citrusy cedar and brown sugar and a little tingly cinnamon. But there's an orange peel, which is not a deal breaker or intrusive, but it gives it a little different flavor. It pulls down a little bit of the sweetness because there's a lot of sweetness in the cigar. Yesterday we had what I call black cherry. This is more of an orange peel, and it's just because of the different ring gauge, how it kind of squeezes down and changes a little bit. A very smooth nutmeg, not as much leatheriness, just a little, but pretty much it's like a very pasty, thick nutmeg, and then your black coffee base. The finish is brown sugar, citrus, quasi-citrus peel. Again, a lot of lingering black pepper. But, and I would call it, medium-ish, medium to full. Low-grade medium to full, high-grade medium. This is another good version, slightly different flavors. I think I would hold 94 for the first third of this one too. It's just not that much difference, but enough to talk about. Score-wise, it's going to be the same at first third. So let's just move on. See what the second third has. Into the second third, right at the band, which I have to remove. All right, these cigars are very similar. Here in the second third, the sweetness and the intensity went up. The pepper is so nice. Of course, I'm biased because I like pepper. The cigar has it. Again, it's very, just like the Corona Gorda, very elegant, very refined. But it's very, very good. All right. I'm not getting the black cherry notes as I did in the Corona Gorda. And preliminarily, the way I approached the reviews, having the apple, exact same type of apple, exact everything was the same. So this is what I'm getting. Nice citrusy cedar, a lot of brown sugar, some cinnamon, a lot of a pasty, thick nutmeg with light leather notes, and your black coffee. Again, unlike a lot of James Brown cigars, the black coffee is not boom out there. It's a nice level. The sweetness is up, but everything else is kind of in a balance. The brown sugar is definitely more or less the lead flavor. Medium to full, I'll call it. Finishes citrus, brown sugar, nutmeg, very, very nice lingering black pepper. Sounds like I'm doing the same review, but this cigar also would go to 95 in the second third. So, so far you can't go wrong with either one. A little better burn time with this one so far. We're going to get a much better burn time, but you would think, maybe you should with a longer cigar. So let's see what the final third brings. We're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. These cigars are just so similar But in the final third, the way everything went from this level to second, third, this level, this just tried to creep up another level because the sweetness just intensified. The pepper is amazing. The burn time is good. 127 out of a Lancero. Medium to full. Finishes unchanged. You really can't go wrong with either one of these, the Corona Gorda or the Lancero. Being hypercritical, I would bump this to 96 in the final third. Because other 96s that I've had this year that scored 96, this cigar is up at their level at this point. Now, your overall score is 95. It is a tick better than the Corona Gorda, but not significantly. A little better in the final third, a little better burn time, a little better score. Make sense? So there you have it. The S&R 2020 Lancero 95.